Eat your food. Mine's will be out. Don't worry about it. She's eating. I don't ask for any of her food. Enjoy your food, babe. My food comes out. He says, enjoy your meal. I said, thank you, sir. I take my napkin, fop, put it on my lap. The reason why I go fop is it's big to me because I'm small. It takes up a lot of space. So I bow my head to say my grace. As I'm saying my grace, I hear a metal fork on my plate. Bitch, you can't wait till I'm done talking to Jesus before you goddamn touch my goddamn plate. You know how mad that shit made me? Take the goddamn food, man! I snapped. I get mad fast. Little shit piss me off. Takes a lot of patience, man. Whole lot of patience to be in a relationship. And I'm understanding that now. I'm understanding that in a relationship, things will change, people. Nothing stays great forever. Sex will change. In the beginning, it's amazing. You know why? Men, we're creative. We're spontaneous. We got a bunch of stuff we want you to do. Come on, babe, do this. Let's do this. Let's try this. We got a whole bunch of stuff. See, but after a while, fellas, we get repetitive. We start to do the same thing over and over again. Your lady will never tell you this. Okay? You got to be a real man. You got to check your ego to figure this out. I'm going to tell you how you can tell if you've been doing the same stuff for years. She ever get into a position before you put her in it? Think about it. Just think about it for a second. That's how you can tell. That's how they mess with you. You be having sex. She's like, you want me to turn over, right? I knew it. Same thing since 88. You ain't changed. She start answering questions before you ask them. It's yours. I ain't say shit. You about to. You say the same thing every time my ass get up in the air. You're about to come. Watch. Here it come. You came? I told you. High five. What'd I tell you? I know my man. Give it to me. Up top. Your dumb ass get up dancing. You goddamn right. Hey, I tore that thing up. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. It's the same dumb ass moves.
All right, welcome back to Late Nights with All Access. You have myself, Mike Anthony, right next to me, Miss Nat Boogie.
What's up? I'm laughing at Kevin Hart.
I know. That is a good way to start the show.
Sure. That's some good shit right there. Shout out to Steven, our producer, for getting that together, man.
Yeah, Steven did a good job right there, Steven. He's on top of it. He said relationships, situationships, and everything in between. In between. You can go all around with that one. For real. But
I was going to say something, but
again, we appreciate the love and support from everyone. Please make sure to like, comment, and share. I want to just say real quick that the location is sponsored by Smoke Barbecue. As always, we love the beautiful venue. If you haven't been downtown, come out, check out Smoke Barbecue. It's right next to the Alamo Dome and Sunset Station. Also, we do have a paid ad that's going for this week as well with Empirical. They're giving away weekly gift cards. So if you tune in tonight, you will be entered 5 times for the live drawing on Wednesdays. So just make sure to tune in all the time for that.
Do I get entered?
You get a chance.
5
Yeah,
times?
you get a chance. Everybody. I mean, Norman won.
I did see that.
See,
I did
so
see that.
everybody's open to join. Doesn't matter. It could be Steven, could be Nat Boogie, could be not me, but everyone else. So it's a good opportunity. $25 gift card this week is for Starbucks.
Nice.
So not bad.
Cool.
You know?
There's nothing wrong with free money, free gift cards. I mean, I was watching your live when you were giving them away the other day. Well, that was last week. That was like a week ago. I'm like the other day.
I know.
These days fucking blur together. I don't even know. Esme, what's up, girl? Royal Slay.
Yes. But also, I just wanted to let you know that it was Father's Day weekend, so happy Father's Day to all the good dads out there that are stepping up as men and doing what they need to do to take care of business and responsibilities for their kids.
Mm-hmm. I definitely will say I did a Facebook post yesterday. I don't have a father, but me not having a father, when I meet someone or when I see someone and like how great of a dad they are and how they're there for their kids, it makes me appreciate it that much more. So big shout out to all the fathers taking care of their responsibilities, taking care of their kids, guiding them, especially through this rough time, this time of just in this world is crazy right now. So for y'all that are, there to protect your kids and everything like that, big props to y'all. I'm going to be honest with you. There's a lot of people that popped up on my Facebook timeline that I did not know had kids yesterday. I had no idea. I was like, you have kids this entire time? But hey, they're fathers, so happy Father's Day.
I there's a lot of people that I didn't know had kids either, and it's just crazy. I had the opportunity to be raised by a stepdad, um, which throughout the process he did a decent job. I'm not gonna lie about that. But after my mom passed away, just never heard from him. So
No.
it was just kind of like after my mom passed away, it was just like, hey,
I'm still here.
I guess not. But
Yeah.
he decided to take a different route. That's a whole totally different another subject and topic. But I think it's a great topic that we're gonna discuss with the relationships tonight. So we really want the feedback on everyone. So please make sure to like, comment, and share, because relationships, I mean, this is a hot topic.
Yeah.
It really is. You know?
Those are tricky sometimes.
It is. But before we get into it, how was your weekend? What'd you do?
Boring as fuck. I didn't do anything this weekend. I quarantined myself.
Did you really?
As many people as showed up positive the last couple weeks, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna quarantine myself. So I didn't do shit all weekend. I just chilled, just with Splinter and Joshua, and that was it. I literally didn't do anything. I didn't even drink. I haven't even drank in a whole week, guys.
There we go.
A whole week. Thank you. I thought you'd be proud of that.
I am proud of that.
A whole week, guys.
Go 30 days.
That's been
challenge yourself.
No.
It's all challenge Nat Boogie 30 days. See if she can do it. She's like, nah. So I'm drinking tomorrow.
I might end up drinking tomorrow. But because I'm more of like a social drinker, and I think because I was just like quarantined at home, I don't want to drink by myself unless it's like wine. Like I'll drink wine, like, because it's a relaxing, chill vibe when you're drinking wine. But other than that, like I have a bunch of liquor and I have beer. Like I'm not gonna sit there like taking shots by myself at home and shit. Like it's not as fun to me. And I have a whole bar here, and I haven't touched anything.
You're not drinking.
I'm not drinking, guys.
I'm not drinking either.
Well, yeah. I think that's why, because I don't have anyone else here to drink with me anymore. Well, Steven will drink with me if I wanted to, but
Yeah.
I just haven't had the urge to.
So chilled, relaxed, quarantine.
Super chill. Didn't do shit. I feel like my weekend went by faster not doing anything. Is that weird?
Yeah, I guess. But sometimes you need weekends like that to where you just relax and just take a sip.
You know how many weekends like that I've had this year?
Hey.
I've had the most weekends. I've had the most.
I think everyone not doing
shit
had
weekends
that
this year.
weekend.
Exactly. I've had enough
But
of it.
it's not a bad thing. You can always work on other things, I guess. I mean, there's so many things that you can do, but to be relaxed and at home and safe, that's the most important thing. Being safe.
Very
being
true.
safe,
I was at home.
So,
I was safe. I'm here. I have a smile on my face.
Yes. I asked her all
I'm
these
happy,
questions
guys.
beforehand. I was like, are you okay?
He thought I drank. He thought I smoked. He thought I did something today. I am 100 completely
She's like, no,
sober.
this is me. She's like,
I'm happy.
Nat Boogie.
I haven't been as happy like this in a while, so I'm good, man. Back to myself.
That is good. It is. You know what? My weekend, I had fun. Shout out to Clifton Simmons. Y'all remember when he was on our show, he talked about this new concept that he was doing, drive-by comedy show. So for those that missed out on that episode, Clifton Simmons is a local comedian and up and rising. He's, traveled throughout the U.S. He was on Broadway, and he's been hustling throughout the whole process. Yep. And he actually reminded me how we met. I actually took my brother, I think this was 10 years ago, when D.L. Hughley was actually here at Laugh Out Loud Comedy Show.
Oh, wow.
I know. It's so ironic that name and what happened to him. But before we get into that, so Clifton was actually part of that show. He was hosting it.
Nice.
So that's how I met Cliff. Well, during the show and when he was on here, if you missed out, he said that he started this new concept of drive-by comedy show. So our clients at Empirical, the owner and his wife, they were celebrating their 11th anniversary. So shout out to John and Siobhan.
Congrats,
11
guys.
years together, right?
That's so cute.
And I told him, I said, hey, you know what? I said, you should think of this idea, think of considering doing this because of everything being quarantined and people are just staying safe at home, especially this for the second wave that's happening right now. And he loved the idea. He was like, yeah. So last minute, he was like, hey, why don't you and Melinda come over and y'all watch the show too? So I was like, okay, cool. So we were able to experience it. And if I don't get everyone's names right, I do apologize. But there was a girl named Sarah. There was a guy named Drew. and a guy named Lawrence, and then Cliff. And it was incredible. Laughed throughout the whole process.
That's awesome.
These are funny individuals. So if you want to book a drive-by comedy show where they come to your house, they set up the whole entire experience for you. All you have to do is reach out to Cliff, or you can actually reach out to me because I'm about to make a partnership with him.
Nice.
Like, I am seriously going to help him book and get that up and running because it is a great concept. And it's fun because what if you don't want to go out, right? Even if we were back to a new normal and everything was 100%, open, people sometimes just like to be with their close friends and chill and have drinks. Why not bring the show to your house?
When he did the show and he told us about how he does that whole, go to the house and do a personal comedy show for you. I told them about it, Midnight Society Squad, and we were thinking of doing it at the crib too, so we might have to make that happen.
No,
did y'all do the the food experience?
No,
too?
we didn't do the food or anything like that. But it's funny because I want to do that and invite everyone to my house.
That would be dope.
It is. It's funny, like
something
Cliff,
different.
Love you, man. That was a smart move. I think it's a smart business move. I really do.
Good
so
shit.
if y'all want to experience that, reach out to Cliff, and he'll set it up with you guys. It's a really good experience. Saturday, it was my baby niece's birthday, so celebrated with her, and then Sunday was Father's Day, so we had family over at the house, and that's pretty much it. Just chill like that.
Nice. Well, you did more than I did for once, so surprise.
Yeah. But there's a lot of things happening still in the city. Recently, I just saw, if y'all want to comment on it, Burn House. Something about Burn House closing doors. I don't know if it was TABC reasons or if it was the COVID-19, but
well, both. TABC, I guess,
TABC
gave them a 30-day suspension because they weren't following the guidelines, I guess, whatever the guidelines are.
I'm not sure about that because TABC doesn't have any control over that.
Okay, well,
I know.
Whoever has control over it, that was there.
Right? But I mean, I don't know. Maybe I don't know something, but I heard about that. What do you think right now? Do you think the bars should just kind of like stay at close right now, or you think they should still stay open, or?
That's a tough one to speak on because that's people's way of living. Like, that's how people are surviving. Like, is not only the bartenders, the bar staff, but also the bar owners. So it's like, I understand them wanting to keep it open as long as possible. But like I said last episode, like I respect the owners that are taking those steps and those precautions to make sure their staff and their customers and everyone's safe. It's hard for me to speak on that. I mean, it's hard for me to speak on that because there's different, I don't own a bar, so I don't know what it goes into it, but I do understand how that's people's way of making a living and how these people were struggling when everything was forced to shut down. And I think that's a big part of why they're not shutting stuff down is because the economy, it's already fucked up from what happened, and we were shut down for how long was it? Maybe 2 months?
Almost. It seemed like it. And it's just crazy to see that. And I think that right now we can do, I just want to see everything back to normal. Or I can't say normal, but a new normal.
I don't know if we're ever going to get back to normal. Annalise said they should stay closed only because the public doesn't know how to social distance. And I think that's part of it, too, is like when the alcohol starts flowing, how you kind of loosen up and everyone's like, oh, let's dance, guys. Oh, my God, I love you. Shit like that. Imagine if I talk like that. Oh, my God, I love you.
I don't know what I would do.
I wouldn't be on the show. That's for damn sure.
Have you ever met someone? You know what's so funny is that have you ever met someone that you change your voice? Sometimes they're like, "Hey, how you doing?" You're like, "Hey, how you doing?" And you're like, "What? I don't even talk like that."
When I'm doing like customer service stuff, yeah. Like if I'm on the phone and I'm like, I have the biggest customer service voice, and then afterwards I'm like, "Hey, what's up?" Like it's just, I sound like the nicest person. I sound like a totally different person.
That is too funny.
Hello?
Someone's calling.
Hello?
Can you hear that? Someone's calling Smoke Barbecue. They're not open
They're
right now.
not open, guys. It is 11 o'clock.
It is funny. But anyways, going into the topic of relationships.
What about them?
Let's go from the beginning. Like, how do you get started in a relationship? What captures someone's attention to where they actually want to pursue someone?
Like, how do I get started?
Yeah. What gets Nat Boogie into like, hey, you know what? Or even the viewers, like, what captures you? Let's get right into this, relationship topic. When you start talking to someone, what captures you? What are some turn-ons, some turn-offs? What are some things that are gonna get you going?
Ask this question. We're gonna start from the very beginning.
Very beginning.
First question. This is a 2-part question. First question: what is it? And viewers, this is for you too. What is it that makes someone catch your eye? What is it about somebody that makes them catch your eye? When you're maybe you're at the bar, maybe you're at the store, you're somewhere. What is it? If you see someone that makes you like double take, what is it that makes them catch your eye?
That's a good question.
I'm asking you.
Me? Well, I mean, when I would say if I saw someone, well, I can't really speak on that because of the fact that how I met Melinda was different. It was through Facebook.
We're gonna get to that because I want to talk about online dating later.
So it's kind of hard for me, but
this is a general question.
In general,
any relationship, it doesn't have to be a current one.
For a general question like that, I would say what stands out to me is eyes, smile. Those are the two biggest things for me.
Okay.
The eyes and smile. And when I say smile, I mean teeth.
Yeah.
Like,
so what if they smile and their teeth?
I'm a big, like, teeth is something for me.
Have you ever
have to have nice teeth.
seen a girl that you thought was like really cute and you went up to her and she smiled and you were like, fuck, like I shouldn't have come up to her. Like, did you have to react a certain way?
Or someone that or a girl that has or someone that has bad breath.
Ooh.
Or bad body odor. Like those are turn off.
Okay.
So for me it's but for like a quick what captures my attention, eyes and smile right off the back. Now when you think about the body, I mean, I like a nice butt. So
get comfortable for this conversation. So we have some people commenting here. We do have Azalea Alvarez.
What's everyone saying?
Said conversation. Esme said humor. Yes, humor.
Humor, but
sure.
you're talking about first, like when you first see someone.
Yeah, this is when you first see somebody.
First see someone.
That's gonna be what draws you to them when y'all talk and everything. This is when you first see them. Personality, eyes, and smile. Yep. So I think I'm the same. Smile, just face, period. Like if you're attractive and I'm looking at you and you catch my eye, I'm gonna let it be known that I'm looking at you.
Oh.
Like I'm gonna do my little hair flip. No, I don't know. But yeah, no, I think I'm the same. Smile, face, just maybe the way you carry yourself, like your body language too, kind of. Like if you're this obnoxious motherfucker, it's like, yeah, like making it rain or something. Like you can be cute as fuck. I'm gonna be like, nah.
I think body language is key. For
sure.
Yeah, it is. I mean, because I'm thinking about the process. Eyes, smile, and body language. And then of course when you meet them, you try to figure out. I think I'm pretty good at reading people within 8 seconds. Within
8 seconds.
Within 8 seconds.
Did you time this?
I think
for you to come down with 8 seconds.
I can read someone very well right off the back with 8 seconds. It's just because of the fact that it's just because I'm such a like I observe like everyone. Like I'm a people watcher.
Oh, that didn't sound
creepy
at all.
Like not like that, but but I people watch sometimes. You know how sometimes you're like for me, there's a lot of times where I eat alone. You know what I mean? Like I can go to a restaurant, which most people can't do this. I've heard this plenty of times where people are like, I can't go eat and sit down in a restaurant and eat by themselves. Like they won't. Me, I can.
It's a confidence thing.
I'm okay with eating by myself, and when I do that, you look around your environment and you just people watch sometimes, and you just see how people's behaviors are. And you see the body language, you see how they talk, you see everything, and you can tell a lot about people, based on how they dress, how they speak, I don't know. So I think for me, once you start getting to know, when you get to know someone right off the back, and their personality comes out, you kind of like you can tell if they're just full of shit or they're actually genuine people.
Facts. Hector said composure, and Richard said confidence is key. Those are facts. Second part of that question.
Second part. Let's go.
and this is for you ladies.
Ladies.
This is kind of more for, well, this is for both men and ladies.
No, go ahead. Y'all keep on sharing. Please keep on sharing. Keep on commenting.
Yes, guys, please like, comment, share, all of the above. Do you always have to be the person that goes up to somebody, or do you feel a certain type of way, like if a female approaches you?
If a female approached me, I feel like she has that much confidence in her to come up to me, and that's a turn on.
Okay, that's what I was about to ask. Viewers, please
Melinda
let us know.
inbox messaged me just, by the way, when we first started
she
talking.
slid in the DMs.
She slid in the DMs.
Okay. She slid in the DMs. I see you, Melinda.
Melinda reached out to me.
All right.
I said it.
So viewers, I want to know, ladies, are you willing to approach a guy? Have you ever approached a guy? Men, how do you feel when a woman approaches you? I am not afraid to approach somebody. Usually have some liquid courage at the time. I will say that, but I have done it plenty times before. What is the first thing, if you're approaching somebody, while I'm waiting for them to answer, I'm going to ask you, if you're approaching a female, what is the first thing you ask them or say to them?
What scenery are we in? Like,
Where?
are we in a bar scene, or are we like in a restaurant? Are we? I mean, it depends on the situation, you know. But if I wanted to approach someone, I would say going up to them with confidence and not being nervous about it, because there's sometimes when you go up to someone, you be like, excuse me, like, you know what I mean? Like, first I wouldn't say that, because then now that shows that you're not confident enough to have a conversation. So for me, it's just being straightforward and be like, hi, my name is, and then you just automatically just, you know, approach
Okay.
them. And then you just go into it and you say how you feel. So sometimes, I mean, like, for me, I'm a straightforward type of guy. So if I was in that situation, I would just go straight on, introduce myself, and tell them how I feel.
Sorry, I didn't like that comment.
What happened?
What was I saying? Oh, so for me, when I go up to somebody, I will... Okay, so I'm going to say this because I've had guys come up to me and they're just like, sup, girl? Give me your number. Sup, girl? Like something like that. And I'm like, okay, first of all, I'm Natalie. You should ask her name first. You should probably ask if she's single as well. Something, because I'm always like, hey, like, what's your name? Blah, blah, blah. I'm Natalie. Hey, nice to meet you. Do you have a girlfriend? No. Okay, cool. Do you think I could get your number? Something like that. But guys, I've had so many guys, or they'll come up to me and like they'll grab me or something like that, and it's not cute. So guys, always ask for her name first. Always ask for her name.
See, in a bar scene, like so if you think about the bars, right? And men, this is some tips for you. So write this down. If you're in a bar and you see a girl drinking a drink, pay attention to what drink she's drinking, and pay attention to when she's about to be done, so that when you do want to approach her, at least you have a drink in your hand.
No, buy that drink in front of my face, you know? Because if you come up to me with a drink in your hand and I don't know where it came from and what you put in it,
yes,
I'm gonna think something different.
You can actually do it either two different ways. You can either do it to where you order the drink right in front of the person, or you can order the drink with the waitress, and the waitress can actually go deliver it to her, and then the waitress can say, that gentleman right there bought your drink. And then that's like kind of the icebreaker, because if say, for example, someone bought you a drink and you turned around, you have within 8 seconds to decide, hey, he's cute, I'm gonna go say thank you. Or you have 8 seconds to say thank you from far away, and that's it.
I feel like you've done this quite a few times.
No.
Are you sure?
I just asked Joe Millhouse. I used to teach guys how to talk to girls.
That's what I was about to say. It sounds like you're doing one of your like marketing classes, like when you're telling people how to market, but you're telling them how to like get a female and give her a drink and stuff. Is basically what it sounds like.
No, but like it's one of those things is that relationships and dating and having conversations, it's about how you approach. It's about how you, like, for me, I think a lot of the times when it comes to nowadays, when it comes to dating, people option. They don't take dating serious. They option. So it's not dating nowadays. It's optioning. So for me,
I got options.
So you think about it this way: when you date someone, and we've heard Steve Harvey talk about this too before. Steve Harvey always says you do the 90-day probation.
Is this it?
I know, right?
Sounds like it, right?
but on a serious, like Steve Harvey has mentioned it before, and I believe so too. I got my notepad out. Hey, good job, Rich.
So
good job, Rich.
Man.
Steve Harvey has mentioned this before on his in the movies, also in his podcast. Talks about a 90-day probation period. You should, when you get to know somebody.
Probation period.
Yeah. You think about it this way.
Okay.
Why would you want to date multiple people, and then you're gonna confuse yourself because you're gonna say, I like this about this person, I like this about this person, I like this about this person. Oh, well, I don't like this, but I like this. I do like this. I don't like. You're confusing the hell out of yourself by dating multiple people. Instead of just getting to know one person, try it out. If it works, then continue. If it doesn't, hey, you gave it a shot. That's it. Then keeping your options open. That's why dating's so fucked up nowadays. It is. It's true.
I feel like you're being a little technical with it. I go off of vibes. I'm like a vibe person. So, like, if I meet you, and we're going to go, this is following up with what they were responding to with, like, personality and stuff like that. I'm big on personality. So, like, if we got to the point to where, we already met, we exchanged numbers, maybe we go, like, hang out or something like that, something that's going to keep me around is definitely going to be your personality, your vibe, the humor, how laid back you are, because I can't do no uptight person. Like I'm trying to make you laugh. I want you to make me laugh. Like, let's have a fun time together. Let's do some dumb shit together. Like, I'm like a big kid. Like, if there's a playground somewhere and there's a set of swings, I want you to come swing with me.
Personality's huge. It is.
Oh, it's like number one.
Do you think that you both have to have the same personalities, or is it okay for opposites?
Opposites attract.
Do they attract? Or
In
do
some,
they not?
in some cases.
In some cases, okay.
They don't have to have the exact same personality as me, but we have to vibe. Like, you can't be this fucking introvert because I am not an introvert. Like, it's not gonna fucking work. So it just depends on the situation.
I think personalities, they have to vibe in certain degrees, and I also think opposites fine, because if you're the same, then then sometimes it could probably get too comfortable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it really just depends on, and of course, to each its own. Everyone has their own idea of their personalities and stuff like that. But I think opposite attracts.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
In some cases,
Yeah.
it can. Shout out to Val. She said, "Good vibes only." Facts.
Yes, good vibes only.
So let's ask this now. We're talking about personality, vibes. Does that weigh more over the fact on how they look? So do looks matter more? So say you met someone, they aren't as attractive as maybe you're used to, but their personality is fucking amazing. Y'all vibe amazing. Say you meet someone else, they're fucking bad, but their personality isn't really as amazing as you'd like it to be, as someone that you see yourself hanging out with. Like, who do you go for? Do you go for the bad, the fine, beautiful, sexy ass motherfucker, or do you go for the person that's not as attractive, but their personality is fucking amazing and y'all have a great time together?
That's a good question. Y'all answer that.
Viewers?
I think for me, of course you would want both. You know what I mean? You would want to have both, but sometimes that doesn't happen all the time. Mm-hmm. So it's a fair question that you just asked for the viewers. But I think that if it came to beauty, that ages. That goes away at time. In time. And personality, that just never dies.
True.
So I think it really, again, you have to be realistic to yourself too. You can't be a shallow Hal. You can't be
shallow Hal.
You can't be. You can't be shallow Hal and expect the sexy fine woman or man. And if you know how they are, then why be unhappy? But you're just happy for what they look outside. Mm-hmm. But again, you can't settle for someone that you're not happy with from not being attractive either. So you have to be realistic to yourself. Like, you have to judge yourself. I tell this to a lot of people. If you're dating someone, judge yourself. Are you a 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, 10? And you got to be realistic with yourself. You look at yourself in the mirror every day. If you know you're a 7, then go for a 7. If you know you're a 10, go for a 10. But, see if that they have the same personality. See if they're humble, outgoing, all that. Only you know what you want in your life, as long as you just keep it real.
Facts. So we got some good comments coming in. Brandon said, looks matter, but not as much as personality and having that vibe with someone. Whole facts. Rosanna said, I think you could look past the looks if the vibe and personality is on point.
But you know what the problem is here, people, is that we all can say personality is what we want, but we don't go for it. And I say we in general, because there's a lot of people out there, and I'm not going to say anything about people commenting. I love the comments. We love the comments. But be realistic with yourself. How many do you really, really, honestly go for personalities before looks? Like, let's just be real.
I have before.
I have been in a relationship to where I was with someone in the past, long time ago, in the past, that she was not good looking, but she had a good personality. Mm-hmm. And I couldn't see myself long term because of I was acting like a shallow how, and this was in my 20s. So
when you were Hollywood?
When I was Hollywood.
I have personally had a couple exes that I did date, and it was, and when it came to the physical attraction, it wasn't. I'm not gonna say they were completely ugly, but I will say I had other boyfriends or whoever that looked better. But the humor and the personality took me. At the end of the day, I was like, this is what's more important. The vibe is dope as fuck. And that's what mattered. So I have had a couple relationships where it didn't matter as much the personality.
What about this question? Have you been with someone that wasn't as attractive, but then they act like they're attractive to where they cheat or do something?
Yeah.
Because
no, not when they cheat.
Not that they cheat,
but
they act attractive because they got you. And now they think they could get anyone?
No. I've seen that before, but I haven't dealt with that personally.
I've seen that before.
I've
seen it with my eyes. I've seen people that are with someone that are good looking and then they're ugly and then they think that because they got the good looking person they could go act and they could get other good looking people. No.
Anybody. Juan said personality and confidence gives an extra 3 points on attractiveness out of 10. That's cool too, because that can definitely boost it. Azalea said, nope, the personality. Richard said, I only date models, but I'm fugly with the personality and funny. Okay. I don't think you're fugly, Richard.
So when you're talking to someone, how soon do you hook up with them?
Wait, let me finish these comments first, and then we'll go on to that.
Go ahead.
Val said, looks and vibes go hand in hand. I would want the best of both worlds, but slightly I pick vibes a little more over beauty. All right, I like that. Conversation goes a long way. Personality is number 1. I'm a certified 20. Richard,
certified
you're
20.
Too funny. Eric, personality over substance. Brandon said that's true. When you first ever meet someone, you look at looks right away, for sure.
It's
Eric
true.
said, I have many times, Mike. Erico said, I'm funny sometimes.
I think you know what it is that a lot of people sometimes overwhelm themselves when it comes to dating or getting to know someone because they want to impress. So, and you have to figure out yourself first and foremost. You have to be happy with who you are before you get into a relationship.
Love yourself first.
So, if I'm in a relationship and the person's not happy already by themselves, that's on them. It's not me that's supposed to make someone else happy, and someone else is not supposed to be happy with me.
Insecurities come. I cannot do no insecure shit.
Yes, but in general, just the happiness. So before you even step out to trying to date someone or get to know someone, be happy with yourself. Figure yourself out first, and say you do meet someone just out of the blue, and you are having a rough year. Be honest about it when you meet someone. See if that person will like you for who you are and not what you have.
I will say, because it's been pretty public. The last few weeks, I've been not I've been not all there mentally. Like I've
Yeah.
been, going through some shit more than I've dealt with in years. And I actually had to put a pause on some guys that were trying to get to know me because I was just like, I'm not myself right now, and I don't want you to get to know. I don't want this to be my first impression of us like hanging out or talking like that. Like this isn't me. Like I want to wait until I'm 100% back to myself, to then I can give you my full undivided attention, and like we can try to work on this.
And that's good, because if they respect you enough, they'll still be there as a friend.
And you know what their response was? There's no rush. Your mental health is way more important.
And that's good.
Shout out to Brandon. Appreciate you, boo. But
Ooh.
no, but I thought that was the dopest response I had ever gotten, like ever. Like, that's lit.
Your self happiness is key, and I feel like when you're happy with yourself, everything then around you can be at peace, and you can work on a relationship or dating or talking. Someone commented earlier, said, "What about seeing and talking?" I mean, there's so many different ways of breaking it down. If only you know what seeing means to you and what dating means to you and what
I think that's
options.
the same thing to
me.
Seeing and dating is the
for
same
me,
thing to me.
it's like talking and seeing are the same. Dating's different from talking and seeing. But dating's not dating nowadays, because
Is dating
are
being in a
options.
relationship?
Dating is dating. Like, you're getting to know someone one-on-one, and you're doing dates, and you're going and planning and being
So
with
that's
that one
an
person.
exclusive.
Dating
is exclusive. Talking is like
talking is options. Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
So, in my opinion, like, this is just me thinking.
Like I'm learning things here.
So, because of the fact that someone asked me once before, they're like, why didn't you try to like date multiple people at the same time? And I always went back to this was probably the how do you say it? Maybe a uncommon thing for someone to say, but I'm a movies person. You like movies?
Mm-hmm.
I love movies. Like, I like going to watch movies. Of course, it has to be a movie that I like watching, that I'm going to actually want to be entertained to watch. But I love going to the movies. I love the whole, fact that you go with the movies, you get the popcorn, the drinks, the snacks, and all that. I like to sit down. I like to watch the previews and stuff like that. So for me, if I was single, I wouldn't want to date multiple people, because I wouldn't want to watch the same movie 3 times, 4 times. You know what I mean?
That's a fucking horrible.
I know it is. It is. It is. It is. But like, imagine, like, say someone. I know it's crazy, right?
Watch another movie.
What if you were talking to someone, right, and they wanted to watch a movie that you just recently watched with someone else? And you didn't want to hurt their feelings and saying like, oh,
I got the coronavirus. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna make it.
But it's just crazy. My whole thing is that, like, you want to focus on one person. You don't want to get confused when it comes to dating. And then that will lead up to the relationship part.
Well, speaking of that, Val had a good question that leads right up to that. How long do you wait to make it official with someone?
That's up to you and that person, really.
Yeah, I don't think there's a specific time.
There's not a specific time. I think that if you're the type of person that likes to put your business out there, then do it. If you're a private person and you like to keep things privately, then do it. But you have to talk to that person and let them know. And you said it earlier. It's all about security. Mm-hmm. You can't. Insecurity happens no matter what. I mean, I get insecure sometimes. Not often, but sometimes. It just happens. It's a natural reaction for anybody that when they care about someone so much, because you never know when you could lose someone at any given time, and it goes based on the security, So you have to do things that continuously build the relationship to where it can be as strong as possible. And if it's not, then you try to go back to what made it start in the first place, So I mean, the time for it to be official is when you talk to your partner and y'all both say, hey, we're in this together. And sometimes it doesn't work out the first few times. In my situation, we dated for on and off for a few years, I was with someone else, she was with someone else, then we got back dating to each other, and then finally we were just like, let's make it happen. That's it,
Aw,
you know.
guys.
But I'm not the type of person that flaunts it. Like, I don't flaunt it, and I think that that's hard for people, certain people, to be in that kind of relationship, because I'm out there. Like, I put myself out there. Like, this is what I do for a living: promotions, marketing, and all that. So will you see every week, a post about my personal life when it comes to relationships? No, that's just not my personality when it comes to that. But my closest friends, my family, they all know. So, and those are the most important people that should know. But it goes based on that type of relationship you have you want. Because there's a lot of people that I've seen that post that they love their person, they love this, and every single day, every week, they're posting and posting. But then when you talk to them, they don't really feel that way. It's like, why show it? It's because people are trying to impress people and try to be, quote unquote, a power couple, when they're really just broken individuals that are trying to stick together because of the likes that they get, the comments that they get from the outside world. I'd rather people like me for who I am than not. You know what I mean? Like, it's just one of those things that you have to just find within yourself. For me, I think, or how are you when it comes to a relationship? Do you like it private, or do you like it displayed out there?
To a certain mostly I like it private. I've learned, I've been in the entertainment scene, this, the spotlight, whatever, for since I was like 16, 17. I'm 32 now, so it's been a while. And when a lot of people know of you and you're putting your relationship out there, not everybody wants to see you happy. Not everybody wants to see you in your relationship. People are jealous of that type of situation, whether it's who you're with or whatever it may be. And some people will do what they can to try to break that bond. And when it comes to me, which is, there was a situation I was in last year, a lot of y'all saw that there was a lot of posting about shit that made it seem like something that it wasn't, and I wasn't about it. It didn't work for me. I like keeping shit private. If I'm dating somebody, if we're in public, you're gonna know that I'm dating them. I have no, I'm not afraid to do a little PDA, and I'm not gonna sit there and make out with them all night and shit like that. But you're gonna see me kiss them or something like that. We're gonna hold on to each other. We're gonna hold hands, whatever. That's cool. But on social media, everyone knowing all our business, everything that we're doing, I'm not with that. I like keeping shit private. I think what's meant for us is meant for us. Now, am I going to post once in a great while, or, give them a shout out or tag them in something? Probably, but it's not going to be an everyday. Here's a picture of us. Here's another picture of us. Hey, we were doing this. Now we're doing this. This is us in bed. No, I'm not about to do that. I'm not about that life. It doesn't work for me. So if you're trying to date me, it ain't going to work. As far as the timeline goes for relationships, I don't think there's necessarily a timeline. I will say I'm one of those females that doesn't like to jump into a relationship. I will say I'm more of I think I like being friends with benefits more at first, because I don't know how to explain it. I think it's easier for me sometimes and not as stressful when there's not the commitment there at first. It is easier for me that way. When it comes to a point to where I'm like, you know what, no one else catches my attention. Like, you're the only one I want to be with. If no one else catches my attention, you're the one I want to be with. Then I'm like, you know what? Okay, I want you. But for me to get to a relationship, it takes a while. It really does. I have been.
So, what are 5 things that is a must what are 5 things for you to want to get in a relationship? And and to the viewers, what are 5 things that you think a relationship should have? And try to put them in order. Try to put, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. Write down, because we're going to take a break real quick, and we'll come right back into it. So what are the top 5 things a relationship should have? Go comment below. Remember, everyone that's commenting tonight is going to be entered, in the weekly drawing on Wednesday, and that's paid by Empirical. And again, Nat Boogie and I will be right back with you guys after this quick break.
Doing all right, man? Swing looks a little off.
Yeah, I've got this slight pain in my elbow the longer I play.
Gotcha, man. I was having that same pain in my elbow. Like the second hole hit, pain just be excruciating.
Oh, yeah?
Found this roll-on cream that's been a game changer for me.
Can I check it out?
Yeah, I've got it in my bag, actually. I'll grab it.
Nice.
Here's the secret, man. Golfer's Advantage roll-on pain cream. So all you have to do is rub it on the pain spot, and within a few minutes, the pain should be gone.
Okay.
It usually lasts the whole round of golf for me.
Wow, this feels way better.
Told you.
All right, welcome back. Okay, so we just took a little quick break. You just saw a commercial that our producer produced. That's pretty cool, right? Our producer produced. Yes, Steven.
Guess what our producer did?
He produced a new commercial for Empirical. So again, the weekly giveaways is paid by Empirical, and it's $25 gift card. This Wednesday, you have a chance to win. So again, before we went off a break, we said what are 5 things, and if you could put them in order, that a relationship have. For me, I would say number 1 is God. God should be the centerpiece of your relationship. I think that as men, we're supposed to lead by example, right? And I think that as men, we should be able to follow in His lead. So if a man has God in his life, then he's being led the right way, so that he could lead his woman. And it's vice versa. It could be, whatever scenario you're in. But as a man, I think that God should be in his life, to where he could lead. And not to try to get on religion or anything on anybody, because religion is a topic that could be very touchy and emotional for people. But I do believe that should be number 1. Number 2 should be, I would say, communication. Okay. Communication is the foundation to any relationship. I think if you have a strong communication, it builds trust afterwards, and it builds respect. Because respect's not given, it's earned. And I want people to understand that. It's not given, it's earned. You have to earn respect. But in order to earn respect, you have to be trusted. And in order to be trusted, you have to have some type of communication. So those are some things right there.
Okay.
So
I like that. I will say trust is my number 1. Trust, for sure. Like, you have to show me that I can trust you. And a lot of people go into a situation and they're like, they don't trust people off bat. Like they lack that trust, probably because of a past situation they were in or something like that. And I don't think that's fair to put somebody through something and like off rip not trust somebody because of something else that somebody else did or something that somebody else did. I don't think that's fair. I've always hated that shit. I'm big on trust. Do not fucking lie to me. If I catch you in a lie, you're probably never getting that trust back 100%. And we're gonna go through this whole fucking relationship where I'm trying to figure out who you talking to, what you doing behind my back, blah, 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 blah. And then chances are I'm going to find out anyways. Too many people in this city know me. Every single time a guy has lied to me in any type of situationship I was in, I found out because somebody else told me. And then I had to ask them again, and then they fucking decided to tell me the truth because they knew they were caught. So do not fucking lie to me, guys, please. One thing. I will say God for sure. I'm right there with you. I do have a spiritual relationship with God. I'm not going to sit here and act like you need to be the most spiritual, religious person to date me. Because, you don't have to. But, I believe in God, and you have to be okay with that. Yeah. So, and if you, believe in the opposite shit, I'm not with it. So, I will say, definitely trust, God, communication for sure, loyalty, I
think common principles that people need to have in general is trust, respect, communication, consistency, loyalty, protection, stability, love, and faith. and it's something that I wrote that I'm looking.
Okay, I was
on my
about to
phone.
say you've done this
Yeah,
before.
yeah, look, you see it right
I
here,
see it.
October 5th, 2015.
Oh,
It's
wow.
stuff that I wrote back in the day, but
And a lot of those tie in together too. Like without the trust, without the respect, a lot of those you're not
it
gonna
is.
have.
And trust is hard for some people because if they've been burned, it's hard to say, why not this person? Why won't this person do it to me? But that's where you then believe in God or your faith, and you allow those broken pieces to be healed. You know, there's a piece of you that's always going to be broken when you get your heart broken, and it's sad. But if you're willing to try to work it out and try to come together, then yeah. But the thing is that if you're in a relationship to where you don't trust someone and you don't respect them, then you have to work on yourself and with that person to make it stronger if you're trying to work it out. If not, then be adults about it and split ways.
I do want to touch on something that you just said, with, being heartbroken and stuff like that. And, going through some shit, just to say, because I know, like, I'm all happy and I'm back to myself, but that's what I had to do is I had to give it to God. I had to be like, you know what? I'm done feeling like this. This isn't me. I'm giving it to God, and I did, and I feel 100%, not 100%, but I feel a lot better now. So
That's
I will say
good.
that was a good point there.
The thing
For sure.
is that we have to look at our past not as a quote unquote fuck up or a mistake, but as a lesson learned, or a stepping stone. Sorry, as a stepping stone, and those stepping stones you're gonna always have, until you find the person that fits in your life. And I've used this before. I've said this before, is that a lot of people sometimes you have to look at, like, say you're a puzzle, and say you have that one piece missing, and it's love. Let's just say love is missing in your life, to where your companionship, the friendship, the laugh, we're all raised in society to grow up, be in love, have a family. That's the norm for everyone. So if you have that piece and you find someone and they're your puzzle piece and they don't fit, don't try to force that piece to fit in your life if they really truly don't fit. Don't ever try to force someone to be in your life if they don't fit. Because no matter how many times you turn it around, how many times you try to put it in there, it's not going to work. So you have to make sure you have this piece and cherish it, because that's the love, and you should always cherish it.
Facts. I've learned at a younger age to not go looking. I don't go looking for a relationship, because I feel like a lot of people do that. They're like out there and they're looking for a relationship. I've learned not to look. Just let it happen. If it's meant to be, it'll be. Just let it happen. Just let it fall in your lap and let it happen naturally. Do not go looking, because it's like you're trying to force some shit. We have some awesome comments though. There's a lot. Chelsea said to have God first in the relationship. Facts. Eriko said God-fearing. Tanya said trust, respect, faithfulness, communication, quality time. I like that. Eriko said God, family, love, go-getter, athletic, into music.
Music.
I
yeah,
like
music
that.
is a big thing. I can't get out of my generation music, so.
Chelsea said family-oriented, faithful,
For real.
adventurous. Olga said first and foremost God, positivity, empathy, commitment, acceptance, and mutual love and respect. I like that. Chelsea said ambitious. Richard said honesty is good. Val said trust, respect, faithfulness, communication, quality time. There's a lot. Awesome. Thank you so much, guys, for interacting with us. I definitely appreciate all the comments. We're having some real talk here about some real shit.
Some real shit.
Some real fucking shit.
And we may make this a series, This may be just part one, and then
I was about to say, I think we're going to need a part
and
two,
part
because
three, and
we're
part four.
already like almost at the hour, and we
Because-
still have a lot we haven't even touched on.
Yeah,
I love it.
It's one of those. These are topics, and these are real conversations people want to have.
Facts.
It's sometimes it's hard to hear the ugly truth. It really is, but we need to address these, especially if you're single and you want to put yourself out there. Again, you have to look at yourself in the mirror and really ask yourself, am I ready? Am I ready to try to put especially if you've been hurt before. It's hard to get out of a toxic relationship.
Oh God.
And then try to get into a relationship what if, that toxic relationship really did it for you?
Have you ever been in a toxic relationship?
I've been in 3 toxic relationships,
I have been in.
and they sucked because you start questioning yourself. You
Well,
start
you're thinking how hard
you,
and shit.
when I experienced a toxic relationship, I was in 3 different like not at the same time, obviously different times, but I realized someone told me, they said you were with the same type of girl every time, and I didn't understand that at first, but then I realized it was the type of person that I was trying to be attracted to. You said it. Do you want that bad, fine bitch, whatever? And I'm not saying that my past relationships, they're all like fine or whatever, but they had that attitude to where it just I realized that's not what I really wanted because of the same thing happening over and over again. And I remember someone telling me, they're like, why do you think it's you? Why don't you look at deeper in and see the type of women that you're attracting to? And I was just like, let me think about this. Let me take a step back and really analyze these toxic relationships. And don't get me wrong, I'm not by far any saint. I have my wrongs. I've done my mistakes. Believe me, I'm one to always admit all my wrongs and flaws. And I realized that one of the problems was, can you drink with someone and get drunk with them and not be toxic? I remember being in a relationship to where my personality is different when I drink. So I'm either a very flirtatious person when I drink, or if you look at me the wrong way, like, I'll fight. Like, those are the 2 personalities
I hate
that would,
people like that.
what, yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
That's why I didn't like you when I first met you.
And it wasn't fighting like, oh, you looked at me like, let's go fight. No, it was like, if you looked at Nat Boogie and you started talking shit to her, then I would protect my friends. It really wasn't around like if you looked at me, but
Oh, okay.
I was always the protector of everyone around me. And I just didn't like that personality. And then when I was in a relationship that was toxic, that was just bad. Like, bad. Like, it was, it should never mixed. Because now you have 2 people stubborn and being the same way, and nothing comes good out of it.
No. Val said toxic equals lessons learned. These are facts. I have been in 2 ex-boyfriends, so actual relationships. There was 2 of them that I can think of right now that were definitely toxic. One was a relationship as far as someone that was in my life that actually just recently is out of my life, and looking back at it now, it was toxic. It was a toxic situation, and I you know, I'm glad that you know, things happened the way they happened. It was meant to be, and you know, I feel like I'm good now. But toxicity is, it can fuck you up, man. It can turn you into a whole person that you are like, it's not you. But I like that toxic equals lessons learned. But I think it makes you a stronger person as well. I think going through some of those situations, I think at the end of the day, it makes you a stronger person.
You know when you're truly over someone is when you see that person and you tell yourself, what was I thinking? Like, when you're truly over someone is when you can see that person and you just tell yourself, what was I thinking? And it just goes away. So, you know, going right into the relationship part and the dating, one of the questions I know I wanted to ask, I know there's a lot of people commenting, and Nat Boogie's going to read the comments out loud, but when you're dating, I think this is one question that I want to hear from the viewers, and I want your input too as well, Nat Boogie, is who pays on the first date?
I think it depends on who asks who out. So, like, if I go up to a guy and I'm like, hey, like, do you want to, I mean, I probably won't. I don't think I've ever done that before. Like, I might be like, hey, you want to have a drink or something like that. But I've never really asked, like, a guy out on a date. But if I were to, I'm not going to be like, hey, you want to go, like, to dinner or something sometime? And then be like, okay, you pay for it. Like, I'm not going to do that. I think we'd be kind of fucked up. So I think, for me, it depends on who asks you on a date. If a guy asks me on a date, and then he turns around and is like, oh, so you got the check? I'd be like, the fuck?
So what happens if that did happen? So what if, like,
I'd be like, the fuck?
And would you pay, or would you be like?
I'd pay
no?
for myself. Shit. I'd pay for myself and then go.
So my take on it is that I think men should always pay, but I think for a woman to offer to pay is golden. I think.
What are you talking about on the first date, or are
yeah,
you talking about period?
No, in the first date.
Okay.
Because that shows that she.
Even if you asked her out.
Even if I asked her out, and she says, "Hey," just to offer, because then that tells you that she was raised properly in a way because of the fact that she knows that she can take care of herself.
Mm-hmm.
And that allows the man to know, like, hey, she's independent in a sense, to where now at least you know she treats this equally.
So, GT, shout out to Greg. GT said the man always, and then Richard said he always pays. I was raised that first date and most of the first dates is on me. So, yeah, like I said, I think it depends on who asks who on a date. But when it comes to the relationship period as a whole, I'm really big on, people say 50-50 or 100-100, whatever it is, I think it should be equal. I am never, ever going to expect the man to pay for me every single time. I'm big on the, like, hey, you paid for lunch, I'm going to pay for dinner, you know, vice versa and stuff like that. I'm big on that. I've never, ever been one to expect the man to pay for everything in the relationship because I'm independent and I don't need a man. I don't need a man. Do I want a man? Yeah. I don't need one, so I'm not going to sit here and expect for you to pay for everything for me to fucking eat off of you all the time. Like, that's not how I rock.
I look at it, what are we eating for lunch, what are we eating for dinner, which one's expensive, you could take. I just play. I'm not like that. I actually cover the bill for everyone, so I've just always been that way. So, but when it comes to, I like the comments that people were saying. Val, I like splitting the bill most of the time, but my dad always says a man should pay, even if she has the money. See, and that's the thing is that I really believe that we should always, as men, should always be the first ones to pay. I do.
I dig that. Let me see here. Abel said, whoever asks should pay. Yep, that's what I'm thinking. Enrico, nothing wrong with asking if it's okay to pay for her meal. Abel, if a woman asked me out, I would offer for sure and probably pay. Yeah, so I think that is one thing in relationship. Guys, if you ever date me, I feel like this is like an interview. Like, guys are like watching and they're like taking notes to see what I like and what I don't like. I'm just kidding. It's not happening.
There was another question from Melissa Leva. It was earlier throughout the question, but she was asking something about signs, if I'm not mistaken. What about signs?
Was it like zodiac signs?
Like zodiac signs? Melissa, are you still there? Just let us know. If you're looking at signs, like red flags maybe, or signs as in zodiac.
Oh.
So,
just I'm trying to think if we should get into red flags now or if we made that part 2.
Yeah, we could probably make that a part 2. But anyways, when it comes to signs, zodiac signs, I don't really... I'll look into it, but I don't really like... not for me. It's not like... Because, honestly, I've been with the... I mean, like, I'm trying to think. I'm a Libra. And...
I'm an Aries, you know what? I saw something the other day that said Aries and Libras, and I was like, who's a Libra? I don't know people's signs.
And, you know, my mom was an Aries, and my mom, I love my mom to death. But my mom and I, we always, like, you know, like, we never clicked all the time. Like,
really?
I used to make an inside joke with my mom. I would always tell her, like, Mom, okay, are you ready? I got 10 minutes with you. Because we would then, after, argue about something dumb. So I always thought, like, the signs would never... But Melinda's Aries.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Aww, so it was true.
So I don't know
right.
The whole sign thing. Melissa Leva, if you're watching, please. I can't even scroll back to the comments, but she did say something about signs.
Yeah, I know I saw it too. I wasn't sure which sign she was talking about.
But if you're looking,
I'm an Aries, so if we're compatible, you let me know.
But if drop your signs, everyone. If you're watching, drop your signs. Share what you are. Do you believe in signs, zodiac signs? Do you believe in that stuff? Do you actually read it? the horoscopes and stuff like that. I sometimes read the horoscopes. Like I don't mind doing that.
I read the horoscopes
Yeah.
about like myself
Yeah,
to
me
see
too.
like what it's, and sometimes it's on point.
I know, right?
I'm
Isn't
like,
that crazy?
oh, okay.
I'm
then.
like, what you know about me today?
Newspaper writer, you got me. Let me see here. The stars can care less about your relationship.
Who said that?
Enrico.
Who?
Enrico. Did I say that right? Enrico.
Eric, that's too funny.
Richard is Leo. Leo, gang, gang, gang. Val is Capricorn. Sandra, Aries. Team Aries.
I'm a Libra. Where are all the Libras at, man? We're the
Hey, what
best sign
season
out there.
are we in? Can someone tell me what season we're in? What sign season?
I would not know.
Who has a birthday coming up? What
Is it-
month are we in? June.
No.
I just remember.
I don't know what month. What sign is it right now? I only know when Libra comes around and Aries come around.
Chelsea's a Capricorn. Pasha's a Leo. Jessica's a Taurus. Man, y'all like letting us know what your sign
Yeah,
is.
that's
shit.
good. Keep on, keep on.
Celinda said Cancer.
I do believe in it sometimes too. Like I will agree with it. I do.
Scorpio. Marina Lira. Trevino. Scorpio. I believe it most of the time. Chelsea said I believe it most of the time.
All right, Abel. I knew that's the reason why I liked you. We're Libras. Keela, you said your last post didn't post. My question was
What is
what
y'all's
is your
opinion
opinion in doing
by
everything by the book?
Oh.
I think if you're able to go by
COVID
the
season.
book, that's good.
That was funny.
That is
COVID
funny,
season.
Eric.
These are facts.
It is COVID season. That is true. But no, go everything by the book. I think that if that works for you, that's perfect. I think
No,
that.
but did you read her earlier
Is it by
comments?
church, then dating,
Yeah.
and then marriage?
Yeah.
And I think that if you're set that way, to where you can, and this is free choice, I hope for everyone to do. If you're growing up and you meet someone and you're dating, and because I know people that way. I know couples that have been married for 60 plus years and they've only been with one another, and they've had a beautiful marriage. So that's okay. Some people need to explore. Some people need to have those, options open to them to where they can figure out who they want. And then there's some people that just automatically know. Like they don't need a second guess. They don't need an option. They just know right away.
That's what I need.
You know?
I need someone that I'm gonna know.
So it's one of those things. It just depends on that person. But again, we're going to continue this topic.
Yeah, we're gonna
again.
for sure have a part
So,
two.
and we love the fact that everyone's watching and everything like that. Again, thank you for tuning in with us.
Sheesh, I didn't realize what time
And
it was.
my last thought on this topic on relationships: be happy with who you are. Don't try to be someone that you're not. Be real, be transparent, and be bold. Don't play any games. Like seriously, like just be transparent as possible and be real. And be happy with you. That's all I have to say for this.
I like that. Be yourself and be with somebody that's gonna love you for you. Do you know what the Serenity Prayer is?
The what?
The Serenity Prayer?
Oh yeah.
Do you know what it is?
I do.
I was thinking of it earlier. So if you don't know what the Serenity Prayer is, it's God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. It's a powerful prayer, and it can definitely
It is.
It can go towards relationships, anything going on in your life. I thought it kind of went well with the conversation we were having. So definitely a great prayer to live by. If you don't know, it's the Serenity Prayer. I think I'm gonna get that tatted on me one day. So guys, I'm sorry, but we're running out of time. I didn't realize what time it was. It's almost midnight. We're definitely going to have a part 2 because we have a whole list of topics still we didn't even get through when it comes to relationships. So I do want to thank you, everyone that commented. Do you want to do social media really quick?
Yes, business page for Late Nights with All Access. Of course, we have our Facebook, which you're tuning in. Thank you. Invite all your friends if you can. I want to say that. If you don't know how to invite all your friends, go to the tab on our homepage and click community, and then on that part on the community, then go to invite and select all your friends and tell them to join us. We really love and appreciate the support that we get from you all, so please do that. So Late Nights with All Access Facebook. We are soon going to have an Instagram. We do have our YouTube channel, Late Nights with All Access, and I'm trying to think of what else, and a website, www.latenightstv.com.
And really quick, guys, I did do a Facebook post earlier, but I do want to start rocking some local gear. So if you have your own clothing line, if you know someone that has their own clothing line, I do want to start wearing some stuff on this show. So I actually had a couple people already send out packages to me today. I would love to support your line, support local, period. So message
Great
me.
idea.
Thank you.
And we'll both do it together. So
Thank you.
we're here just to let you know that we're both if you watch this, I wear the same stuff. My closet is just nothing but black shirts. So we will definitely start supporting you guys. Please inbox Nat Boogie, myself. Also, those people that want to sponsor or become a special guest, we do have a media kit that we will email you. All you have to do is let us know. If you want shout outs, we're going to even include that too. So if you want us to shout out a business that you have, a product that you have, an event that you have, something that you're doing and you want just a simple shout out, we'll give you the information on that too as well. But going right back to the social media, for me personally, Instagram, official MikeAnthony.Torres. Also with the Hemperigo, just one more last time. This Wednesday, they're giving away $25 Starbucks, and it's going to be on the All Access Promotions Entertainment page. And that's about it.
And I am Nat Boogie, no E, on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. My Facebook is Natalie Charlene. Please slide in those DMs. If you have something you want me to rock, let me know. I'd be more than happy to. Last week it was Torbies for GT. This week it's Royal Slave for Esme and the Sladies.
Esme!
What's up, ladies? And so we'll see what happens next week, guys. So once again, thank you so much, everyone that tuned in. This is Late Nights with All Access with Mike Anthony and myself. You can catch us every Monday night, 10:30 p.m. on the Late Nights with All Access Facebook page. Thanks for everyone that tuned in tonight, everyone that interacted. We will have a relationships part 2 conversation. It's going to happen because we still got a lot more to talk about. So thanks, guys. Y'all have a good night. Peace.